But God is saying, what I'm telling you is you complete yourself with me, because you and I, we are one. We are whole. You are whole in and of yourself, and a work already finished and done. And now what I'm doing is I'm creating a whole person in you, and I am creating a whole person in the one who belongs to you too. Because you can't have a half brother coming to a whole sister, and you can't have a half sister coming to a whole brother. It's not going to work, because somebody's going to be suffering like crazy trying to get the other one to understand the ways of the way that the Lord thinks, contrary to the way that the world thinks, because it's two completely different thinking. That's why the Lord says, your thoughts are not my thoughts. My thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Your thinking is not my thinking. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And then he says, or you'll be left behind. And this is the truth, and this is why we have clashing going on when we do come together unequally yoked, you know? So one or the other is being choked, because if the child of God who is training their ear to be able to hear clear begins to follow the one who is not hearing clear, then that child's light is coming down. She's becoming unsound, and she's worse off than she or he was before. And now they're receiving 7 demons more. Worse off than they was before, meaning now they don't even understand. But there are people who are going through this right now, even as I speak. That's why the Lord is bringing clarity. Okay, so what's happening is in relationships, if you have one child of God, now he's training his ear to hear more and more. It's like all chaos is breaking out in that relationship, because my thoughts are not the world's thoughts. And more and more that you hear from me, you'll see what I'm saying, because the traditions of men, God is saying, has never been my plan. The traditions of man is not my plan. That's why you have clashing and crashing going on in relationships, because when my presence is there and I have a child that's training their ear to hear clear, and the other one is not hearing at all, and their mind is still operating according to the fall, but then you have another mind that's being elevated to another level, overcoming the devil, there's a clashing taking place when it's a situation that I did not bring together because it was not brought together with me. It was not sought. That situation, that marriage relationship was not brought together by me or with my approval. It was brought together by the mind that was not seeing me clearly, that did not have the light, was not being led by the light in the time that the two came together. And therefore, now we have a clashing and a crashing of personalities, of understandings, of what is taking place in the relationship. And one is ready to quit, and one is ready to lie, and one is ready to commit the promiscuities that take place in all of these relationship lives. And this is what's taking place all over the world. No matter how much money you have or do not have, it's like these relationships are going mad. But in most cases, it's because there's no light there at all, and the mind is being run by the understanding in darkness, sin separation from me of the fall, which has all of holy heaven appalled. So now you have all kinds of confusion and all kinds of misfusion taking place in the relationship. But then you have religion that says stay with that person and don't quit. But I say, this day, the Spirit of the Lord is saying that once sin is committed, once adultery is committed, that was death do you part already. depending on what's in that person's heart. When they manifested that idea that took place in their mind, the mind that is left behind, not understanding the privilege of the glory story of a true relationship that's brought together by me. Death did them part the moment that adultery took place, not only in the actual act, but in their mind. Death took place in their marriage situation, because your thought is your real reality, your spirit, the way that you think. That's what I see. I see, like the word says, the word being quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the dividing asunder of spirit and soul, of bone and marrow. I, God, in Jesus' name, am the discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart. So therefore, in the dark, when your house is dark, meaning your temple is dark, dark thoughts begin to take place on the inside of you, and you begin to do things that you're not supposed to, which cause division in your life, which causes division with your husband or your wife, which causes division in your family, which causes division in your own identity. And you begin to lose who you are and to begin to do things whereby you're not just misusing and abusing the people around you or the person with you, but you're misusing and abusing you. This is what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you. But when the light comes on the inside, my light, my truth, that makes you free, that's what the Lord said, the truth makes you free, then you are able to see clearly the way that I see, not according to religion that says stay